Welcome everybody to a brand new YouTube video, and seeing as how it is such a chilly day here in Algeria, I thought this is a perfect opportunity to sit down, have a nice intimate conversation and answer some of your questions and give you some insight to what it's been like as for a foreigner living here in Algeria. I first off want to say thank you all so much for the support. It's been absolutely incredible. Thank you for the positive comments, the shares, the video, the likes, the personal messages I've got, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on YouTube, TikTok. I really appreciate them. So what I did is I went through the comments over the last couple of weeks and just kept a note of all of the reoccurring ones, which seemed to be interesting topics of conversations people would like me to touch on, and I thought that is exactly what I'm going to do today. So not make a long video, we still have a lot of exciting videos filmed, still a lot of exciting videos still to film and showcase this absolutely beautiful country. But with that being said, let's jump into this video, and hopefully this will help us connect a little bit more, feel a little bit more friendly as such, get to answer some questions that maybe you don't know about me. So with that being said, let's jump into it. The first one that has come up on pretty much every single video I film is, what is my honest view on Algeria as an American? I want to thank you all so much. I saw there are even news articles that have been published from my YouTube, from my TikTok and everything here in Algeria. But one thing I have to say is I will answer this question, but I'm actually not American born. I'm actually South African born. But with that being said, I'll answer the question. So my honest view on Algeria as an American is actually a South African. But I must say it's been absolutely amazing. It's far exceeded our expectations in every single different facet. The safety, unbelievably safe. The people, unbelievably friendly. The socio-economic status, the infrastructure, everything on this country has absolutely blown our minds, especially before we came here. Obviously I've lived in Norway, I've lived in Belgium, Nottingham in the UK, Paris, France, Accra, Ghana, Durban, South Africa, Johannesburg, South Africa, in and out of Dubai, in and out of Australia. So I've really got to experience so many different countries, so many different cultures, and I must say the way we've been welcomed here, myself and my family, has been second to none. It's been absolutely amazing. When we first were looking on the media and everything, especially my friends that are either from, like, say, Germany, the Netherlands, France, Belgium, they were all like, oh, but there's safety concerns, you can't go out, you got to do this. And I was getting a little bit nervous. I was like, okay, let's see what this country has to offer. And then I landed here, saw how there's women walking their babies at like 11 o'clock at night by themselves, how there's police presence everywhere. The one morning at 2 o'clock in the morning, my mom had dropped me off at the airport, she was driving back, police pulled her over. And in other countries, they try and hustle you, they want to try and get money. And she got pulled over because the man who was the policeman saw she was a woman driving by herself at this time of night. He asked her, is everything okay? Can I help you get somewhere? And when he explained it, he even offered, he said, would you like me to follow you home? And she said, no, it's okay, I feel completely safe. So it just shows you the type of culture and the type of people that are here. So I have to say, after living here now, I think we're going into our 6th, 7th month, it has been absolutely incredible. I think it is the best decision we've ever made. I've loved all the countries I've lived in to bits, but truly, I think it's just the safety is a massive thing, the friendliness of the people, and just the way of life, how I can go at any time, walk around, grab things I want. I've got the gym, I've got places to see, the city center is immaculate, and I think the most important thing is the amount of pride that people take. And that's the thing that I really feel is lacking in a lot of countries I live in. People are not patriotic, people are not proudful of their country. Looking out here, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 Algerian flags already flying. You go on the freeways, you just see hundreds of Algerian flags flying outside people's homes. It is truly special. So I have to say, my honest opinion is that obviously it's always going to be a little bit of a cultural adaptation, which I can discuss a little bit later on, but all in all, absolutely amazing. We've truly loved our time here. It was very easy to transition. We thought the language was going to be a problem. Easy, very easy to transition into it. The people have been unbelievably friendly and really helped us build a very homely environment that we are extremely happy to be at, and a place that we really proud to call our current home, if we can put it that. And that goes into the next questions. How long have I lived in Algeria and what I do for work? So as I said, we moved here at the beginning of November, so it's around 6 to 6-7 months. We have currently been living in Algeria, and currently what I do for work, I'm currently on, if you can call it, a sabbatical. So I have a doctorate in medicine, so cardiovascular diseases. I research the association, say, with cardiovascular diseases, cancer, anything relating to the heart, your vascular structure. That's what I investigate. I've written numerous articles, numerous papers, journals. They're all online. If anyone's interested in the field and want to see, just type in Callum Wesley on PubMed and the whole list will come out. So that is, so 6-7 months we're living here. I've got a doctorate in medical science actually, so focus on medicine, cardiovascular diseases. And yeah, so that's currently just on a little sabbatical, enjoying Algeria, making YouTube videos, spending some quality time with family, traveling around. So that is what I'm currently doing. Not forever, I need to go back to work soon. And the next question is, why have I not visited any other area of Algeria? I think the first and foremost is I wanted to explore the capital city, Algiers, to the absolute maximum, so I can say I'm happy, I've explored everything I want to see. Then move on to Iran, then move on to Constantine, then move to the south and do the most amazing desert safaris and everything like that. And let me tell you, there's so much to see in Algiers. I don't even think I've made a slight dent in it. There's still so much to see. I've still got so many more videos I need to film, but we definitely will be exploring all the other areas, I can promise you that. Will I visit, or have I visited the Grand Mosque, and would really love to see it, please. That is one of the upcoming videos. I can assure you on that I'm actually going in a couple of days to go and explore it and go and see it. I didn't want to go during Ramadan because obviously it's a very holy month, and I didn't want to have a camera out busy taking photos and videos on it. So now that Eid is over, I'm going to now go film it and showcase it. But the videos I've watched and the friends that have showed me photos that I visited there, it is absolutely stunning. And I think it would be something so incredible to showcase for maybe people that haven't got a chance to visit it and showcase that. Maybe this is something they put on their bucket list to go and do. Will I try and speak some Arabic or Daraja? If I pronounce that incorrectly, I do apologize. Obviously, my family having the association with the Middle East, try to speak some Arabic. It's very, very, very bad, and my main problem with it is because with other languages, if I use Google Translate, I can kind of get by with trying to pronounce the words, even though it's completely butchered. But with the Arabic writing, I find it extremely difficult. So that's my main concern. I would love to, if I could learn any language in the world, it would be Arabic. Since I was small, I've always wanted to do it, so maybe that is still something I need to put on the bucket list to do. I love listening to it. I think it is such a expressive language, and that is a language I'd really, really love to learn. The next question is, what is the main goal with this channel and the videos? The main goal I'm trying to showcase is that don't only take things for what you see in the media or what people tell you. Go out and explore, go and see cultures, go and make memories, because I can promise you, everyone has their own different agenda of why they're doing things, why media is showing it one way, why media is showing it the other way. And my experiences through all these countries that I've traveled to, where previously I've had such bad press on to say don't visit it, it's this, that, the next thing, and then you come here and the people are so amazing. And that was the one video I was watching. It was like, don't listen to what other governments were saying about other governments, go and physically explore it and get to know the people, and that will truly tell you what the country is like. And that's why I just love Algeria so much. Like the other day, just being able to walk around no matter what time, go to the outside gym, go walk, the gyms are open until like 1 o'clock in the morning, go and have a gym workout, go get a shawarma or a kebab early hours of the morning, want a coffee, anytime you can go and check it out. It's really, really great. So I would say my main goal of this channel is just to help change the narrative. When I lived in Ghana, that's one thing. It sounds like an alarm going off down there, so if you can hear ringing in the background, I do apologize. We do live near a school, so maybe it's the end of the school day being 3 o'clock. So that is just my main thing, is change the narrative and dare to question things and see things through your own eyes. Don't just take them for what they are. Please can you show us more of the inside of shops? I'm an Algerian living in the UK and I'm considering moving back, or is this not allowed? So a lot of people have asked me, please showcase the price of products, what the inside of shops looks like, not only for food but clothing and everything like that. But I feel very uncomfortable when I do it, because a lot of the time I've tried to do it on, say, shops that had beautiful Algerian art. I've tried it on shops that had all the traditional type of plates or vegetables. Most of the time when I go in, they have massive signs that have like a camera and a cross through it. So especially in shopping malls. I try and film shopping malls, but normally after like 20 minutes of filming or walking around, I get told please don't film. So I don't want to disrespect people that have asked me not to film when they've been so kind to me. But maybe what I can do is when I come back from the grocery store, once I can showcase all of the groceries, for instance, showcase what we paid per each unit for the groceries, what we paid for the meat, the vegetables, the fruit, the cereal, and everything like that to help you get an idea. But one thing, that's what I must say, that I was absolutely shocked with, is the price of food here is fractional compared to what we were paying in Ghana, compared to Norway, Europe. So the cost of living, I would say, is much more affordable comparing it to the other countries. Obviously I think there's going to be different spectrums, but really I'm so impressed with the price of things, especially fuel. Fuel is unbelievably cheap here. I don't know, maybe it's the cheapest country in the fuel to buy fuel, when the water to buy fuel. The other day when I saw, surely that's polluted, it's like, no, that's for a full tank. I was like, goodness gracious. So maybe we showcase that also in the video, the price of fuel, because it's insane. But I will try my best if I get permission. I always ask first before I film anyway, do you mind if I showcase it? Also at breakfast buffets, people are like, oh, can you showcase this? Want to see what type of food? But I really feel the last thing people want to see is a person walking around with a camera when you're trying to have a nice meal with your family. So I try and keep that in mind and try and showcase without being disrespectful. But with positive comments, you always get negative comments. So I'm going to bring up one or two negative comments that I received. And firstly, I always think that people must be going through hard times in their life to go on someone's channel and write negative comments. So the one comment, the one person, I don't know if it's a man or woman, with the username of Aral8584, I want to say thank you so much for watching my YouTube videos. I'm sorry that you don't appreciate them or not enjoying them, because the comments I keep on getting from this person is, why are you milking Algeria for views? Why are you milking it for money? You're showing the same things. I try and showcase as much as I can through the days that I'm living and try and show the variety of everything that I'm doing. Number one, definitely not milking it for views. If you see my channel compared to the other YouTubers, it's fractional. So if you convert that over to money, I can promise you, I can potentially in a future video I'll break down my earnings per month to show you, because if you look on my old Ghana videos, I showed that I was earning like $20 a month. Last month, so the month of March, I got paid, how much was it? I took a screenshot of it. It was 2,785 Rand, so South African Rand, because I just have it in Rand because it was a currency I grew up with, so it's very easy to convert. So if I take 2,000, this is interesting because people think that you make tons of money from YouTube. It's not the case. I divide it by 25 to get it to dollars. It's $111.4. Now bear in mind, 35% of that, due to the bilateral agreement between countries, goes straight to taxes. So if I times that by 0.65 that I'm left with, it's $72. I make around $72 on a good month. I might make $100, $110 after taxes. So I can promise you, it's not to make money, it's not to push propaganda. I do it because I truly love to change narrative. I truly love to be expressive through videography. It's something that I've loved for a very young age. When I was 13, I got my first video camera, and every city we went to I was recording, filming, taking photos. So it's something I truly love and I'm passionate about. So I hope that I can try and showcase that I'm not trying to milk it for views or money. And I hope you understand now from my point of view where I'm coming from. Another question is it easy to communicate with locals when you don't speak the language? It is really funny at times, and we always end up having a good laugh because we end up doing like sign language. But for the most part, there's a lot of areas where lots of people speak English, or there'll be someone in the shop or restaurant that speak English, and therefore it's very easy to communicate and get what you need done. The butchery is always funny, but my one mate at the butchery, his English is perfect. I always got it in now because we have a great rapport and it's always a good time. And the guy we do at the shop speaks perfect English, the clothing shops. So it's more so a shame because I'd really love to go into the city centers and the remote villages and have conversations, see the way of life, learn new culture, and that is where I'm really missing out, because then I have to use Google Translate, but sometimes it's not always. The one day I was trying to have a conversation with someone, but I think it was a slightly different dialect to the Arabic that my phone was detecting, and he just kept on going, don't understand, and I was like, I don't understand either. So it was really, really funny, but I wish I could speak a local language because it really, I think, would make a massive difference. Another comment that I would say is a negative one that I saw a lot, it's from Mark X Morse. It says, why don't you show schools and hospitals? Why don't you show the schools and hospitals? You're being hypocritical and paid to spread inaccuracies. I don't know in which country you can walk in to a school with a camera and showcase the schools, especially a person of my age that is not in school, or go into a hospital and show the hospital. I would love to do that. If anyone wants to showcase, maybe works at a school or hospital and wants to showcase it, on the way to the Sheraton, on the beachfront, we saw an absolutely beautiful, massive hospital. We saw another massive military hospital. So it's not because I don't want to show it because I'm scared to show inaccuracies. It's just me being truly transparent. Luckily, I haven't touched wood, haven't had to go to the hospital, and I'm not around schools. I don't have children, so it's not something I could share. But maybe someone can, like I said, either that works in schools or hospitals can give their input maybe at the bottom of this video for other people that maybe want to move over here and are curious about the healthcare, the schooling, because that was a massive question I always used to get in Ghana. But once again, I didn't have access to that, so I couldn't showcase it. So it's not because I'm trying to spread inaccuracies, I promise you that, Mark. It's just because I don't have access to that. So I hope you can understand that. Next question was, what was your first Friday like in Algeria with a laughing face? It was really crazy because we didn't realize everything was closed. We had arrived, I think, on the Thursday, so we had no food, we had nothing. And the Friday, we were driving around, everything was closed. We ended up having like a couple of tins of tuna in our cupboard. We were able to eat, but now we learned from that and we're like, okay, we always plan ahead. Fridays, everything will close, so make sure we have enough food where we don't have to, or wait until the evening, night time, where then you have access to it. So it's just also with the weekend being Friday, Saturday, not Saturday, Sunday. Dubai was like that a couple years ago, then they switched Saturday, Sunday. Also the rest of the world where I've lived has been Saturday, Sunday, so it's been quite interesting that it's flipped. And then the last question is, what is one thing that you never realized about Algeria that surprised you? I would say the first thing was the cost of fuel, that it's literally cheaper than water. I would say also the prices of food, water, vegetables, for the most part, are very affordable compared from my other experiences, from the other countries we've lived in. And then I would say the thing that caught us completely off guard, that we were unaware of, is the fact that the situation to use your credit cards here, you can only use Algerian credit cards or bank cards. So we had gone to the shop, we had bought a whole lot of stuff, we went to the front teller, went to pay, and the person was like, you can't pay. And we're like, no, but there should be money on the card. And then when he explained it to us, we're like, oh, okay, we understand. So either you need to bring dollars in, you then convert it officially to the currency, the Algerian dinar, or there are a couple hotels that have it. I know the Holiday Inn by the city centre mall, if I'm not correct, they have a card machine where you can then go and draw money out of it with international current, with the international card. So that was extremely helpful. That saved us massively. But now when we travel, we make sure, I think you're allowed a maximum $7,000 per year, $1,000 per trip. So make sure you know the rules beforehand. Make sure you're not breaking any of them, and until you're able to open an Algerian bank account. And this is important also for tourists, because I was also, one of the comments, someone said, I came to visit and realized that none of my cards work, but they were also able to find an ATM, draw the money, and then use cash. So it's a very cash-based society. But as I said, absolutely loving this. I really hope this video gave you a little bit more insight into me. As I said, I appreciate all the good comments, all the negative comments. I hope I can try and answer them to the best of my ability and just keep on showcasing this absolutely beautiful country. I know it's a sit-down video, but it's a video I really wanted to make to help gain a little bit more in-person perspective. I know it's also been super busy. This road is normally very quiet. When I decide to film a video, it gets busy. The wind has now picked up, the sun's been coming, the rain. I've had some raindrops like hit the top of my head as I've been talking. But thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And I'll see you all in the next video. Let's keep on changing the narrative, and thank you all for the support.